Et bienvenue sur la chaîne du gang. Aïe aïe aïe, on est reparti sur LA Noire. Et on était en train de faire une carte très grise. Ah bah voilà. Et en fait, d'après ce que j'ai compris, ça c'est une mission, c'est une enquête. C'est un DLC en fait qui a été rajouté. Je crois, enfin, je sais plus. En fait, je sais pas moi, j'avoue. Et je crois que donc en 2011, il y a eu des DLC, je pense, ou plus tard. Et en fait, dans la version 2017, ils ont mis tous les DLC parce qu'au niveau des trophées, il y a des trophées en fait, il y a des comme des DLC, il y a des trophées DLC en gros. Et en fait, c'est des enquêtes. C'est des enquêtes en plus. Alors attends. Qu'est-ce qu'on Oh, on vient faire quoi là? Interrogatoire room numéro 2.
Crummy bastard.
Comment ça, salaud?
James Belasco?
I want a lawyer. It's my car and I got the proof right here. Take a look for yourself.
She was 13 if she was a day.
James Belasco. Oh mais l'adresse est fausse là, non? Parce qu'on n'avait pas été... Ouais, c'est ça, au 146.
The paper is real enough, Belasco, but the car isn't yours. This pink slip is a forgery.
Hey, I got more to say.
Ouais, c'est ça que je voulais faire, moi. Je voulais voir derrière, on peut voir derrière, quoi, non? Parce que des fois, on peut voir derrière et des fois, non, quoi. Belasco, code L, F. Lui, c'est un autre type et une autre voiture. C'est ça qui a été arrêté plus tard. Aujourd'hui, là. Ah, voilà.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Ah non, ça fait rien. Bon. Donc, qu'est-ce que tu veux, gamin? Convoyeur de voitures volées.
Where were you taking the car, James?
Blow it off, greenhorn. You'll get nothing from me.
Ah, d'accord. Ah, lui, il chaud comme ça direct. Ah bah on
You're a
l'intimide
two-time
direct.
loser. If you don't give me something, I'm gonna ask the DA for the maximum. You're looking at 10 years, Belasco. Kiss your youth goodbye.
I want a deal.
Keep talking and we'll see what sort of deal you're worth.
My job is to drive the cars out of state. Nevada, Arizona, sometimes New Mexico. With the paperwork they provide, it's normally a breeze.
Bah voilà, petit con, va. Archer, attends, oh là 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 là, attends. Archer, ah non, Archer, c'est la meuf là, c'est ça? Ouais, toujours quelqu'un qui marche là, c'est... Ah oui. Ah, carte grise d'Archer. Ah, bah,
Does the name Jean Archer mean anything to you?
Nope. Never heard of her.
Ok, ça michetonne, hein. Ça michetonne. Petit con. Tu vois la
You're a
carte de...
liar, James.
Say that again. I'm telling the truth. I don't know the broad.
Déjà, moi, j'aurais dit que c'était un mec, John Archer. John Archer, ouais. 146 North Vermont. 146 North Vermont. Carte grise authentique au nom de James Belasco. Et ça, c'est... au nom de Cliff Harrison.
So that's why you both have the same address printed on your pink slips. She's a mule for these stolen vehicles, genius. Same as you.
Jesus. All right, I know her. Stupidest broad I ever met. Always cooking up crazy schemes. I don't know why those guys use her. You happy now?
Bien sûr. T'as dit que t'étais pas un menteur, enculé, va. Ah, moi, je serais pas un bon flic, hein. Je pète ces chicots direct, moi. Vol de voiture organisé.
What happens to the cars once they cross over the state lines?
I don't know. I just deliver them.
Ouais, c'est ça, ouais.
Give me something, Velasco, or I'll take you back to the cells and tell the whole station you're a child molester. How long do you think you'll last?
Okay, okay. I hear you.
Plus t'as la tête, hein, du pédo.
Cars get sold in Chicago or back east. Sometimes I bring back cars coming the other way.
Voiture volée entreposée.
Where do you pick up the cars, Velasco?
Warehouses. Mainly in East downtown.
Ah, mais moi, j'en veux
An
plus.
address, Velasco. You want my help with the DA? Cough it up, now.
A place on Industrial Street. I don't know the number. You're gonna help me out, right?
Keep talking, kid.
Ouais, en fait, je l'intimide vraiment, là. Comme ça, il balance, tu vois.
All right, James. We're gonna check if this information is worth anything.
And if it is, I need your help here, pal.
If it is, then we'll know you're a man of your word, and so will the DA.
You're Phelps, right?
Yes, I am. Look, can we do this later? I'm in the middle of it.
Ray Pinker. I'm with Technical Services. The pink slips are all real.
Yes, we know that.
There's only one company that prints them in California, the Marquee Printing Company. They've confirmed that the numbers are legitimate.
You've checked them out?
Sure. They're on Aliso Street, near the corner of San Pedro. The guy I spoke to was Lightval. Gordon Lightval. Here, I wrote it down.
Thanks, Ray. This is a great lead. We'll get down there as soon as we can.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
On nous avait pas donné l'adresse déjà de cette société-là? Merci, mon gars.
Phelps, your GTA suspect, Gene Archer, spotted by a patrolman. Western Union office, 253 South Hill. Less than a minute away down the street
me
if you
parle?
run. Go! She won't hang around.
Ah, c'est toi? Allez. Allez. On va appréhender le suspect. Direct.
Come on, we don't want to lose her.
Ah, c'est toi qu'on attend. Ah ouais, normalement j'ai regardé, ça c'est une... Attends, je crois que c'est une sportive celle-là. Elle monte à 120 miles, je crois que celle-là. Donc normalement on devrait pouvoir faire notre trophée 130... Ah ouais, il est juste à côté. Le trophée a roulé à 130 km/h pendant 10 secondes. Parce qu'il y a déjà 2 voitures que j'ai eues. Bureau de merde, j'ai pas lu, pardon. Ouais, attends, je suis en train de... Elle est où ma voiture? Ouais, il y en a 2 qui dépassent 120, il y en a même eu à 132, mais c'est miles à l'heure, donc normalement on devrait...
LAPD. We'll take it from here.
God damn it. Everyone's against me. Look, just let me get my money and get out of here, okay? You look sweet. How about giving a girl a break? That could be very nice.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Miss Archer. Stefan, call for black and white.
Just my luck to get the only hair sure cop in the LAPD.
Kaiser Frozer. Kaiser Frozer.
The car
Ah,
you
c'est la
sold
marque
to
de la
Combs was
voiture.
stolen, Miss Archer. There won't be any money.
I handed over all the right paperwork when I sold it, Buster.
Mais quelle connasse. Attends, on n'a pas un... Ouais, on a la carte grise. Elle l'a vendue, oui, ok. Ouais, non, elle ment pas en fait là-dessus. Mais par contre... moi,
Gene,
j'ai
you've blown open the whole operation because you were dumb enough to try to sell one of the cars. What do you think they're going to do to you? Give me something.
I was just doing what they do. They pay me $50 to drive the car. I made $2 grand selling it.
You made 0. And if they catch you, you're dead. Is that all your life's worth?
Look, a girl needs things. I don't see you looking out for me.
Lien avec Balesco.
How long have you and Belasco been delivering cars?
Who is James Belasco?
Ah non, mais on sait que tu mens. Ah ouais, bah.
You're lying. James Belasco. I don't remember mentioning his first name, Miss Archer.
Oh,
Merde.
Well, I think you did, didn't you? Well, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I don't know him.
Comme tout à l'heure. Hein. Vol de voiture organisé, message de réparation.
You aren't sharp enough to lie to me, Gene. You and James Belasco share the same address on your pink slips. We have him in a cell.
Okay, so I know the creep. The pink slips are real. The home addresses are always vacant lots. Bigelow is always boasting that the paperwork is legit and that if we stick to our stories...
And don't try and sell the car?
Yeah, that too.
Ah, c'est parce qu'elle a vendu la voiture, elle aurait pas dû la vendre, quoi. Convoi de voiture volée. Encore convoi de voiture volée.
Tell me where you picked up the car, Miss Archer.
Look, I can't remember.
Ouais,
Let me
d'accord.
go, will you? Please. What have I got to do?
Eh ben, pas lui sucer la bite, hein, parce qu'il a pas l'air d'après ses complices connus d'Archer. Ok. Vol de voiture organisé. Trafic de voitures volées, véhicules transférés vers d'autres étapes. Attends, mais...
Trying my patience here, Gene. I'll have the reporters down here and have your picture
C'est
in
bon,
all the
bah.
papers. You'll have nowhere to run.
All right already. I get the message. I pick up the cars from a guy named Bigelow. 58 Industrial Street. Big warehouse full of goons. Now you've got what you want. Can I go? Please?
No, you sure can. We've got a car waiting outside for you.
Some career advice, Gene. Get out of crime. Marry someone boring who has money and will find you captivating.
Is this guy for real?
He takes a little getting used to, but yeah, he generally means what he says.
Trophée la bécasse. D'accord. Ah ouais, c'est peut-être un trophée manquable parce que j'ai déjà eu un trophée manquable. En plus, oui, bah c'est les trophées manquables. Je crois la plupart c'est des trophées manquables. Il y en a que 4 hein, pour ce DLC. C'est vrai que c'est un DLC ce truc. Ça. Mais Balesco, putain, j'ai du mal avec les blazes là. Mais ils nous avaient pas donné déjà l'adresse du truc là. Mark Print Company et 58 Industrial Street. On va aller voir. Ah oui, bah voilà. Bureau et centre de distribution de Mark Print. Ongle San Pedro. Ouais, on va aller voir l'imprimerie de cartes grises. C'est quoi cette histoire là? Putain, moi j'ai rien compris. Hein. J'avoue, heureusement que je me base bien sur la gueule des gens hein, parce que. Parce que je réfléchis, ok, c'est une bande organisée qui vole les voitures. J'ai du mal à comprendre, ils font des cartes grises directes. À des adresses de terrain vague, mais d'accord.
Friendly girl.
Used to getting her own way.
Little did she know her feminine charms were useless against the impenetrable Cole Phelps.
Vraiment, c'est sportif. Hein.
And what is your type, Phelps?
I'm married.
I know that.
Ah, il est marié,
You're
Cole.
not blind or dead inside, are you? Wait, scrap that second half of the question.
I don't know. Blondes, I guess.
j'essaye de
Hallelujah, the
péter
man
le
is
sort,
human
mais-
after all. Now we're getting somewhere. Yep, I'm with you on the blondes. Brunettes are fine too. And there's nothing wrong with a good redhead. But I draw the line at
Ça,
gray.
c'est sa vitesse
You know,
max, hein,
I might have to lift that
120.
embargo soon in the interest of maintaining.
Ah, je réfléchis sur l'affaire en
Man
même
with
temps,
high
c'est
standards.
très...
The standards are only as high as the last glass of whiskey.
Donc c'est une bande organisée qui vole des voitures, mais ils sont organisés, c'est obligé, ils ont quelqu'un dans l'imprimerie de cartes grises. C'était les vraies cartes grises. Cassez-vous. Ah, par contre, je suis obligé de remettre ma vue à chaque fois que je redémarre le jeu. Là. C'est pas très grave, mais... Mark Printing Company, 16h40. Il avait dit qu'il s'appelait comment le type? Tiens, fais péter ton camion, toi. International K-Baby ou K88?
Sorry, pal, leave him be. I'm busy.
Tu peux pas te parler, toi?
What do you think? We need to talk to the guy in charge.
Non, mais je veux pas lui parler, je...
And what can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm a traffic detective from Central Division. Who's in charge here?
I am, Gordon Lightfall. What's
Ah,
this
c'est
about?
ça, Gordon Lynn, toi.
We understand that your company prints California vehicle titles.
Yes, I have the government contract to print pink slips. I've done for some years.
Have you had any goods or equipment stolen recently? We're running up against stolen cars with seemingly legitimate paperwork.
Not recently.
Pas
Have you
dernièrement.
ruled out forgery? There's no
Ah, il a
shortage
pas l'air
of
sûr de
talented
lui, hein.
artists in this town.
We'll keep it in mind.
What? Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit? Pas dernièrement. Vous avez cherché du côté de la contrefaçon. On ne manque pas d'artistes talentueux dans cette ville. On s'en souviendra. Et pourquoi il s'est assis, lui? Ah, non.
Circumstantial.
Je peux pas rentrer dans le bouquin? Mhm. C'est bizarre, hein, ça fait ding, mais ça a pas vibré comme si j'avais déjà passé. J'étais déjà passé. Ici, c'est chez moi, mon gars. Ok, bon. Bon. Est-ce qu'on lui reparle? J'ai pas compris. Là.
We have some questions for you,
Ah,
Mr. Lightball.
Ah, mais attends.
Good luck, I suppose.
Attends, parce que y a un truc à fouiller ou quoi? Je peux pas monter là-haut? Ouais, je sais pas. Bon, le type il est parti. Attends, il y a quelque chose dans le coffre? Non, on peut pas ouvrir. Non, il y a que dalle là. Bah, de toute façon, il n'y a pas de musique d'indice, donc j'ai pas enlevé la musique d'indice, non? Non, écoute. Au courant du vol organisé.
Mr. Lightball, we're currently working 2 auto theft cases. Do you know anything about a car theft ring?
Certainly not. Why would I get mixed up in a thing like that?
Parce que t'imprimes des cartes grises.
We have suspects with legitimate pink slips that were printed here, Lightfall. You better give me something before I bring the whole department down here.
Don't be hysterical, detective. As a matter of fact, we had a similar problem a couple of years ago. A number of used car lots were selling blank documents to a criminal organization.
Et il fournit Fourniture de carte grise. Mais il biche
Do the
tout
names
aussi,
Cliff
hein.
Harrison and James Belasco mean anything to you?
No, they do not.
Ah. Parce que... Ouais, c'est quand il tourne les yeux, là, ça fait...
Harrison bought his car from
c'est bon,
Coombs. The pink slip looks good, and that points the finger here. Do you have any employee trouble?
No, I don't. They've all been carefully screened. Look, now that I think about it, the name Coombs sounds familiar. I think they may have been involved in stolen documents in the past.
Livraison à Coombs Automobile. Mais Coombs, c'était... C'était qui, Coombs? Coombs. Acte de vente émis par Coombs Automobile pour un Kaiser, frère. Ah, c'était le type, là, du...
Do you
du
have a delivery
concessionnaire.
ledger, Mr. Lightfall? We would like to cross-check against the Coombs Automotive Emporium.
It's a little out of the ordinary, Detective. I'm not sure I can share those sorts of records.
Ok, je vais t'éclater direct.
Hand it over, Lightball. You don't want us having bad thoughts about you, do you?
Very well, but this really is irregular. Over here.
De quoi?
Look for patterns, recurring names, unusual addresses, anything out of the ordinary.
15 paquets grands. Date, attends, les noms, l'ordre. Small, large, box, collection. Comme la dernière fois. Je comprends pas. James Mark. « 58 Industrial Street, là, attends.
You certainly encourage repeat business, Lightball. This Mr. Bigelow is a good customer.
What? Qu'est-ce qui...
Sorry to bother you, sir. We'll let you know if there are any developments.
Et... Putain, je suis un ouf. Ouais, monsieur Bigelow, là, encore. Ah, mais c'est l'adresse, moi, qui m'a tilté, là. Là encore, là encore. Décembre 60. Décembre. Putain, 2 fois en décembre. Salut Jésus Morgan. Réru ou Jésus? Tu me diras, ASB fort aussi, hein. 20 total, mais c'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est pas le même nom par contre. ASB fort. Hein. Là c'est JB Warner. Ah, lui c'est toujours le même mec là, je comprends pas. C'est une entreprise ou ASB fort? Ah oui, ça c'est l'adresse du mec. Collection, je comprends pas. À récupérer. C'est quoi ASB fort? Comme la dernière fois. Comment ça, comme la dernière fois? Et ça, c'est quoi? 5 petits? 2 paquets? Je comprends pas, mais...
Well, I trust you've got all that you need.
On peut pas le... On l'arrête pas, le type, là? Qu'est-ce qu'il a noté? Complice connu d'Archer. Bureau de Western Union. Tout comme Balesco. Nombreuses livraisons à S-Bagel 58 Industrial Archive à la marque Print. Marqué Printing Company. Trouvé, ok. Donc, de toute façon, ça a l'air d'être... voilà, bah, voilà, on va au 58. Marqué Print Company, c'est pas fini.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Mais attends, mais dans les options, j'ai enlevé le son, quoi, du truc, là. D'accord. Les vibrations de la manette sans fil éteinte indiquent la présence d'objets à proximité. C'est quoi ça? Les fusillades, combats, courses, poursuites et filatures peuvent être passées après 3 tentatives. Ah ouais, mais non, ça s'en bat les couilles. Bah écoute, non, je pensais que j'avais modifié le... Parce que j'entends pas, y a pas de musique, y a rien. On peut pas ouvrir les tiroirs parce que ça a des poignées en or. Le bouquin rouge là, il me plaît. Là. On peut pas te parler à toi? Non, on n'a pas tout ce qu'on veut. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Si je veux, je reste ici toute la journée, moi. Comme la dernière fois. Un paquet. Ah oui, lui, il vend pas des voitures, lui, il vend des cartes grises. Comme la dernière fois, je comprends pas ça, le comme la dernière fois. Bon. On reviendra. Obligé. Ah, je l'ai entouré en plus, hein. À moins que c'est parce que je veux y aller, c'est ça? Ouais, c'est ça. Ta gueule, mais fermez vos gueules, arrêtez de klaxonner pour rien. C'est la police. Il faut qu'on revienne, je pense. Hein. La dernière fois, on a loupé un truc. Hein. Sur la dernière enquête, là, chaud latin. On aurait dû retourner au Red Café en fait. On le sait maintenant que quand c'est pas validé, c'est que il reste un truc à faire. Ah, on est à fond là, on est à fond là. En fait, elle, je crois qu'elle fait 120 miles à l'heure maxi. Donc déjà, il faut atteindre la vitesse maxi. Et après, il faut faire 10 secondes au moins. Ah ben, ça sera pas aujourd'hui. Je pense qu'il faut une meilleure sportive, hein, parce que c'est pas vraiment une sportive ça. Hein. 58 Industrial Street, 16h40.
I thought you Marines were gung-ho, Cole. You have a 45, don't you ever want to use it? I'll take the back. Just give me a few seconds to get around there.
Ouais, j'ai regardé les stats, je crois qu'on est à 18 têtes déjà, donc il nous reste plus de 12 têtes à faire, on est bien, on est bien. Et par contre les armes, ça va être compliqué à comprendre, à trouver. À trouver parce qu'on n'a pas les noms des armes quand on les
Cole
prend.
Phelps, LAPD. All of you are coming downtown with me.
Enculé. Je crois que c'est une tête. Hein.
Throw out the guns.
There, light them up.
Oh. Oh, j'ai déjà tué quelqu'un avec une mitraillette. Oh non, mon chapeau! C'est un méchant, lui. Il me fait défoncer, là.
Put your weapons down and your hands in the air.
Ah, je me disais bien qu'on pouvait péter les trucs. Il est où, ils sont où? Regarde. Arrête de le cacher, toi! Lève ta tête, là, lève ta tête! C'est où le dernier, là? Go, 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 go! Ils sont deux, ils sont morts.
Let's clear the top floor. I don't want to get drilled in the back on the way out.
Ok. Et il tient son flingue. Là, par contre, comment il tient? Ouais, si, c'est normal. Je voudrais un pistolet, non? Voir un truc, là, y'a pas un... Ça, c'est quoi, ça? C'est la pompe?
Try to keep up, Stefan.
Not right now.
How long do you think you can hold out?
D'accord. J'ai du mal à comprendre, mais... Comment ça marche, les flingues? Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit, lui? Il est en haut, c'est ça?
You're surrounded, and your buddies are dead.
Vous m'attendiez pour faire la fête?
Covering fire!
Hey, LAPD! Lâche ton flag, enculé, là!
Let's see if I can't put one right. At the door at the end. I heard something.
On va se le faire, le petit con. En fait, c'est les mêmes flingues après à chaque fois ou ça que je comprends?
All right, don't shoot. Keep your hands up. Watch him, Bukowski. He doesn't move until I've tossed this place.
Ah, il a acheté le flingue normal. Ah, il veut pas y aller. Ah, un paquet de cartes grises. Ils sont vierges. Papier, trophée papier, s'il vous plaît. Trophée papier, s'il vous plaît. Pardon. Mais en fait, c'est que c'est que des... c'est que... comment dire? C'est que des trophées pour le DLC, en fait. Ça fait pas partie du général. Pardon.
Marquee Printing Company. There's nothing like going direct to the source.
Attends. Oh, désolé, j'étais en train de me moucher. Mais en fait, le truc, c'est... certificat, vérifiez attentivement la marchandise. Si un paquet est manquant ou endommagé, faites-le noter sur le reçu par le livreur. D'accord. Mais il a livré des cartes grises vierges direct.
Betting slip.
Ticket de Paris.
Looks like Mr. Lightfall has been on a losing streak.
Levington.
We've got a trail of pink slips and stolen cars that leads right to your door, Bigelow. You're in this up to your neck, but I don't think you're the man in charge. Make it easier on yourself. Give him up.
I do work on cars for customers. You charge in here shooting up the place like it's the Ballad of Bulge. I can't give you anything.
Okay.
We know about marquee printing. You can make this easier on yourself by giving us your man on the inside.
I sometimes repair cars and put them back on the road. I need a pink slip to resell them. There's no problem there.
What? Comment ça, y a
There
pas
are
de
at least
problème?
4 dead men in this warehouse. A couple more. Punks won't make for that much extra paperwork. We'd be doing the legal system a favor.
Okay, tough guy, I get the message. Lightfall, the guy who runs Marquee. He's the big shot. He likes to spend big at the track.
Ça, on a vu ça.
He owes people.
Donc c'est le mec des cartes
Lightfall,
grises, c'est ça?
the guy with no luck at
Qui a
the
tout
track.
organisé.
Tell me about him.
Il a
the
pas envie
guy's
de parler.
lying over there. You're right. He has no luck.
Bah non, parce que... Ticket de Paris de Santa tamponné perdu au nom de Jordan. Note, non, message de Repinkers. Bah oui, il est con lui ou quoi?
That's the best lie you can come up with, Bigelow?
Hey, would I lie to you, detective? I'm not exactly in a good position here now, am I?
Bah ouais, mais t'es con ou quoi?
Gordon Lightball owns Marquee Printing, a government print shop. He's losing big at the track.
He has these big government contracts. He's in hock over 20 grand. If the feds find out, contracts will be all over. Lightfall plays ball.
All right, Bigelow. The heat is off you. Play your cards right and you'll be able to count your time in Quentin on one hand.
Bon, on va aller se faire le mec à l'imprimerie là de carte grise parce que ça va être fini après. C'est bizarre quand même. J'ai du mal à comprendre des fois. Eh toi, on t'a déjà test? Allez, descends, j'ai besoin de ton camion, mec. Moi, on fait des trucs. Ouais, c'est le même camion que... Pardon. New York. Bon, on avait dit qu'il fallait y retourner. Ah, le jeu te spoil un peu quand même, hein, parce que... tu sais que t'as pas tout fini, donc forcément, il y avait rien d'autre que d'aller questionner le vieux pour l'arrêter, là. Clairement, on va l'arrêter, le vieux, là.
What a mess.
Gonna take some cleaning up, that's for sure.
I wish it hadn't gone that way.
Well, they shouldn't bring guns to work with them. We didn't have a lot of choice.
You have to admire the barefaced cheek of someone who tries to blow your brains out one minute, then pleads innocence the next.
Yeah, especially when he's surrounded by evidence. You know, guys like Bigelow spend so much time convincing themselves that they're not doing anything wrong, that they actually start to believe their own bullshit.
They get sloppy. Bigelow, Lightfall, all of them. If they hadn't, who knows how long they could have kept this racket going.
Complacency or greed. It's always one of the two that brings them down.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Wow. C'est les queues, mec. Ah, il a du mal à passer vite, ça. Y'a pas eu un flash là? Non, y'a pas de flash. Oh, pourquoi tu t'arrêtes? Oh putain, pour tourner avec ce machin, c'est la guerre. Je sais pas, j'ai vu un camion rouge, moi ça me... Le rouge, moi ça me... Oh putain, je me trompe toujours pour courir là. S'il vous plaît là, on a pété le camion dans le mur là, c'est urgent là. On doit aller arrêter un type. International K86. On a combien de voitures là découvertes, véhicules découverts hein. Et je pense qu'il y a des voitures qui sont garées quelque part, qui sont juste là, une seule. J'ai du mal à un papy là. Allez mon gars. Ah, je me suis trompé, putain, je regarde pas le radar hein. Ouais, le frama qui sert à rien. D'accord, c'est bon, on se garde tout seul. Mark Prime Company, 16h49. On va se le faire, le petit con.
You're under arrest.
You again? This harassment is starting to wear thin.
Moi, je comprends pas que tu livres des... Moi, c'est ça que je comprends pas. Après, tu livres des paquets
in a warehouse full of hot cars. You signed for them, Lightball.
I signed for all the orders and deliveries. You'll need something better than that, cowboy.
Save it, Lightball. We already have all we need to send you down.
I've had enough of this. You either produce some shred of proof.
Bah oui, on a une preuve, on va te la faire voir. On a un ticket à toi le ticket de Paris là, d'aide de jeu là ou je sais pas quoi. Steve Ball affirme que l'affaire de Leamington est compromise par 20 000.
You're in the hole with the organization. We know about the debts, Lightball.
I agree. I have a small problem. I'm prepared to help you in any way I can, Detective. I'll name names. I need you to keep this out of the paper. You
need to shut up now, Lightball. Gordon Lightball, I'm charging you with conspiracy and fraud. Hands behind your back.
Merci.
The LAPD Central Traffic Division has today smashed a nationwide auto theft ring, writes crime correspondent, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. Traffic squad detectives confronted a large group of armed thugs. After an exchange of gunfire, More than a dozen dead criminals were removed from the scene. The LAPD sustained no casualties. Damn fine work, Phelps. Now get out there and nail some more bad guys, will you? I want to finish reading this.
Il félicite jamais le coéquipier. Trophée, mauvaise impression. Je comprends pas pourquoi. Pourquoi mauvaise impression. En plus 5. Maintenant que le racket est tombé à l'eau, Led vole et ses amis vont tous se tirer dans les pattes pour passer un marché. D'accord. Indice trouvé 18, question correcte 21 sur 21. Ben voilà, véhicule endommagé 1000 $, dégâts matériels 0, blessure 0.
My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate and 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
C'est pas les flashbacks. Il y a l'histoire de Cole et il y a aussi l'histoire des journaux là tombés dans le panneau.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
I want to make homicide.
Allez.
You know you've made it if you got that desk.
Et donc il y a que nous qui
See you
bossons.
later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Ah les bâtards. Travaillez pas trop les gars.
It's a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. I hate to break it to you, Cole, but you'll never fit in at Central.
Ah merde. Je suis un mec bien, je suis droit dans mes bottes, je suis tout, et donc je pourrais pas m'intégrer ici, quoi. Encore une bande de connards, quoi. Mais juste en face, là. Non, c'est pas... Coca-Cola King. Ah, là-bas, là. Comment on monte? Vous voulez y aller à pied ou quoi, mon gars? Wow, toi, et... C'est la police, monsieur. Wow.
Oh, I knew I should have driven.
Eh, moi, si je veux, je pète des... Ok? Comment tu veux? Ah, merci d'indiquer le chemin, mon pote.
Stop just ahead.
Ah, c'est quoi ces voitures? Mais quoi, il a dit quoi? Ah bah, arrête-toi là. Ah merde.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard. Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon.
She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the 2 of them still have juice.
McAfee, putain, ce nom, gars. Si vous connaissez pas l'histoire de McAfee, celui-là qui a inventé
Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see. You could have
l'antivirus
called this in by
McAfee,
megaphone, Enrique.
c'est une sacrée histoire. Hein.
Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was
Histoire
a
à
pretty
découvrir.
decent
Hein. Le
middleweight.
mec,
What do we have, Gonzalez?
sa vie, c'est
Road drives right through the
c'est
empty
des
lot
films
and off the
d'action.
side of the
en gros.
escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, you'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by
Hop,
the
hop,
crash
hop,
site.
hop, hop. Mais y a pas une petite preuve ici là? La voiture elle a été poussée ou comment ça se fait ça? Oh non, on va pas aller voir la meuf tout de suite.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Ça c'est l'ambulance avec la meuf, d'accord. Comment on descend? Comment on descend, mec? Comme ça? Non, comme ça il veut pas. Hein. On s'accroche? Non. Ici, là? Non, il veut pas non plus. Par là, peut-être? Oui. Non, toi tu... Putain, c'est quoi redescendre là? Ah merde. Ça va, ça coule douche Ça va, t'es tranquille toi? Ouais, on va bosser. Ouais. Bah voilà. Choisis toujours le mauvais endroit. Fais voir la police parce que la police, j'ai pas eu toutes vos voitures. Hein.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
De quoi? Ah, une petite culotte. Déchirée.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Je joue pas avec, hein, j'essaye de... Y a pas un truc à... On peut la retourner? Y a pas de traces de pneus, ça va? Oula. Tu es une gentille fille et honnête avec ça. Hollywood n'est pas fait pour toi. Moi aussi, j'ai eu 15 ans et j'ai voulu rassembler des vedettes comme Clara Blow. Vous portez des jolis hommes séduisants et puis j'ai grandi. Désolé, hein, j'ai arrêté de lire parce que je lis plus vite dans ma tête qu'en le disant. Là, et ça allait vite. Ouais, bah, on s'en fout. Ta mère qui t'aime, Camille Hamilton. Alors.
She's a long way from home.
North Olson, Milwaukee. Ok, ouais. Exact. C'est tout? Il n'y a que la lettre dans le sac qu'on prend, c'est ça? Ok. On peut pas ouvrir le coffre? Ça n'a rien à voir, c'est ça? Ah. Donc il y a une passagère,
Looks like
c'est
they're
une
lucky
gamine.
they weren't more badly injured.
Je sais pas, elle est à l'hôpital déjà,
Must
c'est
have been
ça?
unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Attention, pardon, attendez, je vous mute. Ah, pardon, j'avais oublié de démuter, alors j'étais en train de parler pour rien. Ok.
Funny how that thing at the rail yard turned out, don't you think?
Ah ouais, c'est possible, ouais.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Huh? Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Ça, c'était coincé sous la pédale de... sur la
Someone
pédale
managed to
externe.
tip their ride straight off a cliff. If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Moi, j'ai rien compris. Hein. Je sais que je dis ça à chaque fois, mais... Donc, la gamine... Il y avait une gamine et une meuf. Ils étaient toutes les deux droguées ou quoi pour envoyer... Et il y a quelqu'un qui a coincé ça sous la... Ok. Une réplique de la tête...
If you don't mind, I'm about done here, Detective, and I have other cases to deal with.
Ok.
Never the same, are they?
Fais voir... Ouais, pourquoi j'ai pas l'œil de lynx, là? J'avoue, l'autre est mieux, hein. Cette voiture, on l'a déjà été... Celle-là, on l'a jamais été, je crois. Ah, mais on peut faire aussi... Ah ouais, attends. Discret, voilà. 28 sur 95. On peut faire celle-là, c'est bon. On peut faire ça, là. Ah, on peut pas prendre la dépanneuse, là? Oh, la merde. Bon, allez. Allez, concentré, là. Alors, la petite, elle est à
Mrs.
l'hôpital, c'est ça?
McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Actrice de série B, hein, conductrice de véhicule accidenté. Actrice de série B, donc on s'en bat les couilles.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claim that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Je l'agresse.
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
C'est Mark Bishop. Mark Bishop. Mais elle est conne ou quoi? Putain, les actrices. Passagère blessée.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Sa petite culotte.
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Ah oui, parce qu'il y a sa petite culotte dans...
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
C'est qui ce connard de Mark Bishop?
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Je l'agresse.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He's a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
Non, mais donne-moi l'adresse.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after. My lawyer and I have talked to the news house.
Moi, j'agresse tout le monde.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here.
Pardon, putain. On peut pas utiliser ton ambulance, j'imagine. Bah oui. Ah, lui, il a été direct dans la voiture de keuf qu'on a emprunté la dernière, c'est ça? Est-ce qu'on peut prendre ça ou pas? Non, bien sûr. Non, mais on va pas prendre cette voiture, mon pote, hein. Quoique. Pourquoi pas?
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Ah bon? Putain, elle est rapide celle-là, là. Elle est mieux que la nôtre, là. Comment elle court, elle, là? C'est la meuf qui était dans l'ambulance? C'est Madame McAfee? Pourquoi tout le monde se chie dessus, là? Non, bah non. Oh, elle fait pas beaucoup de bruit, on dirait une voiture électrique. Eh merde. Ça va faire le grand saut, mon pote.
Now look what you've done.
Ah, ça, c'est le coup du lapin, ça. Merde, c'est quoi ce poteau rouge, là? Mais il y était pas la dernière fois, ça, si?
Jesus, Cole!
Ok, bah, allez, je vais aller plus loin. Ah, ça passe pas. Non, là, y a pas de poteau. Hop, 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 toi t'es vivant, toi t'es vivant. T'es vivant. Ça passe, à l'aise. Mais l'hôpital, ah mais l'hôpital, c'est vraiment le commissariat, l'hôpital. Hôpital central, 8h24. Il a pas envie. Oui, j'avais dit qu'il avait pas envie.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
Il a fait une tête genre bizarre, ça.
No, I don't need to
Feeling
be
better
manhandled
since
by
this
a
morning,
doctor.
Jessica?
I need my lawyer.
A little.
Hey, where is the telephone? Do you know who I am?
Mais qui c'est qui gueule comme ça, là? Et je peux parler au médecin?
Hello, doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swap 7 years for life and gets Guy McAfee on their case? Doesn't make much sense to me.
I guess it depends on what they had to lose.
Ok, merci, mec. C'est pas par là. Je t'ai dit que c'était pas par là ou pas? Mademoiselle. Est-ce qu'on peut... non. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
C'est à moi que tu parles ou c'est à toi que tu te parles?
Optimistic, Cole.
« 2h45, nom de la patiente Jessica Hamilton, 15 ans, médecin. » Contusion extrême. Et autres indications de viol. D'accord. Preuve de viol. D'accord.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Mais c'est pas pour la collection?
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Ah, la pauvre gamine, on va la...
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Il s'est rien passé hier.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault.
It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Contact avec tes parents.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Ouais, c'est pas ce que ta mère disait dans la lettre, petite conne.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
Mais on a pris ton sac, on t'a dit... On a trouvé la lettre de ta mère aussi.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Et à Michton, c'est fou, elle a fait que
What's
ça.
the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
Ah, elle a été donnée la fille, en fait.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Mais on a la preuve du viol. Mais... Ouais, mais attends. Qu'est-ce que... Attends. Je sais ce qui t'est arrivé, Jessica. Où est-ce que ça s'est passé? S'il vous plaît, j'ai peur. C'est très dur de me souvenir. Ouais. Ouais, j'avoue...
Jessica, I really need you to help me here.
I
On va pas
remember the
l'agresser, là.
mermaid.
La pauvre, elle est...
Was the mermaid in the movie too?
No, it was on the front of a building. We pulled up in front of the mermaid.
Devant la
Thank you,
sirène.
Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think
Ouais,
it might be
c'est
a good
bizarre.
idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Ok, laisse tomber la gamine.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Je peux pas
There
mettre
she
ma
goes.
cassette.
Come on.
Aïe, aïe, aïe. Essayez de filer le suspect depuis une distance raisonnable. Le suspect est indiqué en rouge. C'est la voiture verte, hein.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
C'est pas les filatures. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait? Elle se décale sur la droite, c'est bizarre. Elle est bloquée, elle est finie ou... Elle s'est arrêtée. C'est vert là, non? Elle s'est arrêtée, non? Putain. Le mec il sort pas.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Oh, dans l'ombre, trophée dans l'ombre.
No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
This is a tasty burger.
C'est passé comme une lettre à la poste.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy
Il m'a dit mais la
McCaffrey's
gomme,
life
hein.
in the first place.
J'ai mis la sirène
Or he'd
direct.
done the job properly. McCaffrey will
Dégage.
break a fella's legs just from looking at his claws.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
On y va!
Ballard was doing
Oh,
someone
on
a
est des
favor.
ouf!
Why did
Oh,
they
la
try to
voiture,
kill
elle est
her?
morte en vrai. Ah, j'ai freiné, j'ai hésité, mais j'ai vu que c'était un saut en fait. Non, on prend pas l'appel, on n'a pas le temps, mec. Nous aussi, on a une urgence. On n'est pas dans le secteur, mec, c'est sûr. Je te connais maintenant. Ah, mais on y va, c'est nous, ouais! C'est nous, on y va, on prend là.
Gun it. Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Ah, c'est clair, déjà lui il est mort lui. Il a pris un banc dans la gueule. Vous avez compris que j'aimais bien le mot gueule. C'est un truc de ouf. J'aime bien ce mot gueule. Dans la gueule. Parle dans ta gueule. Ah pardon, moi j'étais à fond là dans pas courir. Hein.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Ouais.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Il a dit à droite, non? Appartement 800, ouais, c'est pas vrai. Ouais, c'est pas par là, ouais, c'est bien ce que je me dis. 802, de 801 à 802, putain, je suis trop con. 803, 804. Il avait pas dit à gauche, à droite? Enculé.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers.
Il est où votre mari, là?
I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Attends, j'arrive, mec. Par contre, dans le jeu, ils ont une fâcheuse tendance à pas fermer les portes, quoi. J'arrive pas à choper l'indice, là. Voilà. Oh,
I don't think so.
Ah bon? Mais c'est Bouddha. Ah, il remet comme il fait. Il peut pas le ramasser, enculé. Ah, il a regardé... C'était quoi? C'était une selle? Mais le miroir est brisé, quoi.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Ah ouais, je sais même pas ce que c'est. Hein. C'est un rouge à lèvres? C'est un rouge à lèvres?
Don't think this is anything.
Eh ben, pourquoi tu t'arrêtes là, connard?
Junk.
Sans intérêt, il a dit. Quel connard. Le miroir cassé, c'est abusé, en vrai. Mais il marche. Il fonctionne. Mark Bishop, à l'ordre de Lorna Angoul montant 20 000. Vache. À l'ordre de Lorna Hopgood. Mais je l'ai eu lundi. On peut pas le retourner. Il l'a signé le chèque ou pas? Sinon on peut aller le déposer. Hein. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Doesn't look like anything.
Ah ouais. Chèque de 20 000 à Lorna. C'est Lorna Orgood qui a fait un chèque de 20 000 à Marc. Et il regarde la selle là. C'est ça, c'est une selle. Gay Cowboy to Mark. De très gay cowboy pour Mark Bishop.
Presented to Mark.
Pour Mark Bishop. Pour Mark Bishop avec les remerciements des accessoires Silver Cream. Ah, les accessoires Silver Cream. C'est bien fait, on voit bien dans la rue ce qui se passe. Ah, excusez-moi mec, il y a un truc pour moi là. Ouh.
Seems irrelevant.
Oh, mais les dents... Mais putain, mais les dans ta poche, connard, va. Con celui-là.
No good to me.
Ok, bah écoute, regarde, je sais pas pourquoi.
like the old movie set downtown.
On dirait le vieux plateau du centre. Photographie du plateau. Mais qu'est-ce qu'on s'en fout? Intolérance, la lutte de l'amour à travers les âges. La grande muraille
Great
de
Wall
Babylone.
of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Un réplique de la réplique. Attends, parce que j'ai pas... Pour DW Graffiti. Ou c'est par... Victime droguée, sous-vêtements, lettres. Non, c'est pas. Fausse tête réduite, preuve de viol, sirène. Jessica Hamilton affirme s'être rendue dans un endroit avec une sirène avant de s'évanouir. Une sirène qui va dans l'eau ou une sirène, une alarme? Chèque de 20 000 $. Celle. Photographie du décor de la muraille de Babylone tirée du film Intolérance. Réplique du plateau. Miniature du décor de la muraille de Babylone tirée du film Intolérance. D'accord.
Nothing significant.
America's Cookbook. Ouais, j'ai vraiment eu peur de ce qu'il y avait décrit là. Je crois que c'était un troll des éditeurs là. Des développeurs, mais j'ai eu peur déjà. C'est pas grave. C'est bon, c'est bon. Fight Game. Mark Bishop, Tony Young. Hop, 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 hop. Putain, ça sent bon, les gars. Peut-être que...
No.
Ah, putain, non.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Est-ce que t'en es sûr? Night Tram, train de nuit. On va pas trop s'approcher de la dame là.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Oui, ils ont foutu l'idole. Hein. Je sais pas ce qu'ils cherchaient. Ça va, mec, bien ou quoi? Trouver un truc dans la cuisine? Ah, ça veut pas. Happy Général? The Happy Général? On dirait pas Mac Leblanc là? Ouais, non. Ah, y a de la bouffe ou pas? J'ai la dalle.
Not much help. This isn't what we're looking for.
Mais
Not sure this means much.
j'ai pas tout trouvé, hein. On peut pas ouvrir les placards? Derrière la porte, là, y a pas quelque chose, là? On a fait le piano. Ah, attends. Hey. Qu'est-ce qu'on voit?
There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon.
D'accord. Qu'est-ce qu'on s'en bat les couilles? Bah, qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Ah.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Ouh là 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 là. Les deux pervers là. Ils ont ramené la gamine. Appartement de Bishop. Photographie du plateau. Mais c'était pas une. Ah, c'est ça, c'est le magasin d'accessoires, mais elle est où? Ah ouais, pourquoi elle était pour Bishop et Hopgood? Hopgood, c'est la femme de Lorna Hopgood, non, qui a fait le chèque de 20 000. Pris par la photo devant les accessoires Silver Screen, statue de la sirène en façade. Lorna Hopgood, ouais, c'est ça. Hein. Ah, mais pourtant, j'ai une photographie du magasin. J'ai trouvé ça avant. Quoi, c'est ça qui. C'est pas. Oh! Ok, bon. Qu'est-ce que tu. Alors, madame, ça va chier. Hein. Tout de suite, je te dis. Toi, avec ce décolleté là. Agression au domicile. Attends.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Agression.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Ah ouais, tout ça qui s'est affiché là. Où se trouve?
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Elle dit la vérité. Enfin, bah, je sais pas. Son visage a l'air normal. Hein.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Ah non, c'est le contrat, d'accord.
Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Bah oui, connasse, on
Lie,
a trouvé un
Mrs. Bishop.
chèque.
It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
Ouais, elle est très conne, elle. Hein.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Ce petit sourire là qui... Hein? Ouais.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
Ouais, tu trouves ça normal, connasse?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Ah, il faut appeler le central. Téléphone, s'il vous plaît, madame.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
Voilà. Non, parce que je commence à... Putain, est-ce qu'on ferait pas un petit...
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. We're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
C'est clair. Mais c'est pas ça. Ah, petit journal, non? Non. C'est que sur les scènes de crime ou quoi? Bah non, on n'en avait pas trouvé un... C'est toi qui fais des bruits de pas comme ça? Ça, comme... bonhomme. Ah d'accord, c'est même... D'accord. Putain, on cherche des bobines, j'en ai pas trouvé. Il y en a 50 bobines à trouver. Putain, j'en ai pas trouvé une seule. Ah, parce que j'ai vu dans les stats, il y a tout ce qu'il faut. Il y a tout ce qu'il faut. Tu me diras, on peut mettre pause. C'est vrai qu'on n'est pas dans San Andreas. On a un problème de connexion à San Andreas. En mettant le menu pause, ouais, dans les stats, il y a écrit tous les collectibles que vous avez à récupérer. Hein. Il y a du boulot hein, quand même. Hein. Le jeu, bah après, si tu... en plus, le truc, c'est que le jeu te l'indique pas. Donc forcément, si tu fais pas d'exploration, tu le sais pas. Hein. C'est une voiture de keuf. J'aimerais faire des petites missions là parce qu'on se fait chier. Hein.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
On se laisse parler, mais...
Can we try to get there in one
Vous avez pas vu le mur, putain! Attention, bonhomme. C'était quoi ce bruit-là? Quelqu'un qui m'a tiré.
Try making it to the next intersection without killing anybody. Can you do that for me?
Bon, y a pas un appel de détresse, hein? Non. Le tramway qui est ici, une plateforme.
God damn maniac!
On a rien fait. Putain, y a pas un appel de détresse, bien sûr. Moi, j'ai pas bien compris ce qui s'est passé. Est-ce que c'est bien le mari de la meuf là qui, ouais, dit qu'elle aime les filles. Mais pourquoi? Alors, c'est le mari qui donne. Est-ce que le mec des accessoires, il est au courant de ce qu'il fait et il le fait chanter? Pas vraiment à langue. C'est ça que t'appelles une sirène, toi? Comment elle a réussi à trouver ça? C'est une proue de bateau, c'est pas une sirène. Ah, je sais pas. C'est le même que l'autre. Attendez, je vais me moucher là parce que...
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We are investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way. Keep him here, Stefan. I'm going to take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. Don't think this is any use to us. Incidental.
Ah, c'est la corde de la lumière. Je croyais que c'était une trappe ou un truc. Donc, moi j'en ai profité pour... C'est dégueulasse, non, mais faut tirer à la chasse d'eau, mec. J'en ai profité pour manger un petit truc.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One way here. There's a room on the other side.
Huh. Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Mais dis-moi, mais c'est les mêmes têtes réduites qu'on a trouvées. Non, il n'y a rien à... Non. Comprimé. D'hydrate de chlorure, 100 grammes poison, contactez immédiatement un médecin.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Oui, c'est le même poison que... c'est ce que j'allais dire. Ouais. Ben... Ah, lâche-moi ça! Ça, c'est... Il est où? Ah, c'est de l'autre côté. Ça change la luminosité. Il y a des têtes réduites partout, hein. Comment on accède à la pièce papy pervers là?
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Là c'est là le mur là, je vois le... Non, c'est pas ce mur là, mais comment on fait pour accéder? Je te dis, on tire par la languette là. Non, on peut pas... Pourquoi tu me dis de ça?
Nope.
Nous? Une massette. Il y a une massette normale. Eh mais c'est le why chez toi, mon gars. Sûrement rien, c'est clair. Ah, c'est un faux mur là? Non? Qu'est-ce que je dois observer en détail? Moi, vu le nombre de bouteilles en verre qui traînent par terre, perso, moi j'aurais pris un sac avec moi, hein, on aurait pu... Oh, putain.
So this is where you sprang from.
C'est la même tête. Non, fous pas le bordel. On n'a pas vu ça. On n'a pas vu ça. Mokamba.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up. I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr. Cohen.
So you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have, yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. How can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh?
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Syrettes.
Yeah, syrettes. Right. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer?
Il est mort, lui.
The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
J'avais dit, hein. Je l'avais dit, hein. Ah, il est mort, alors. C'est lui, là. J'ai rien compris. Mais est-ce qu'on les voit tous dans l'ordre? C'est ça, le problème. Donc, le petit gars, là... Ouais, mais il y a 50 000 histoires, là. Il a fait du trafic de drogue avec la mafia, là. Et donc, voilà. Il y a encore la musique, hein. Ah, mais oui, mais on n'est pas rentré dans la... Est-ce qu'on peut aller là, là? Ah, il n'y a plus de musique, là. Donc là, on fait plus partie du... C'est ça? D'accord. Et si je passe la porte, il n'y a plus... D'accord. Là, il n'y a rien pour nous, c'est ça? Eh, je pourrais me casser, là. Je me casse et je laisse mon coéquipier... Je suis tranquille. Oh, en plus, c'est vraiment à l'entrée, là. Est-ce que je peux partir? Ah, ça c'est con, hein, parce que à cause de la porte, je peux pas aller... Ah, je peux pas sauter le comptoir. Il n'y a rien du tout. Ok. Ouais, pas une bobine, il n'y a rien, je sais pas. Comme on avait vu ça. Allez, l'autre il défonce la porte, il est trop chaud. Ah, une bobine, non? Ouais, je prends ça là, tu vois? Non? Bishop Picture, titre Le tambour de la jungle. Pour Mark Bishop, adresse angle de 8. Ah, la porte elle s'est fermée.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
D'accord. J'ai pas compris. Celle. Réplique du plateau. Chantage. Preuve que Mark Bishop a payé pour détruire des informations compromettantes. Ok. Moule pour fausse tête. Bobine de film. Les tambours de la jungle. Produit par Mark Bishop. Ah, c'est un accessoire. Je comprends pas. Sur le plateau. D'accord. Mark Bishop, Jessica Hamilton. Ah, les bâtards.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Ah ouais, même si j'ai pas pris ça. Los Diablos.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Ah, j'ai cru que ça allait bugger là. Ah ouais, il a même le miroir dans les toilettes, mais quel bâtard. Ah ouais, c'est le gros pervers enculé de ses morts. Ah, on va se le faire direct, le petit con.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Bah oui.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
Ouais. Ouais, je me permets, ouais. Bobine de film de Mark Bishop.
You should get your facts straight before you come in here and start shooting off that mouth of yours.
Bah merde alors.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you. Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I don't think they like your little pep talk.
Allez, bâtard!
Oh shit, get us out of here.
Ouais, je l'ai vu arriver, elle. Semer, il maîtrisait les mafieux. Oh là, le bâtard.
I need to be closer, Cole. They really don't want anybody getting the mission before
Tiens,
they
mon
do.
chat, toi. Oh, le mec, il a pris.
Keep it steady. I'll try and bust his tires. We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
Comment tu veux que je sème ça, moi? Bah voilà, bah tire là, tire, fais quelque chose.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Make a move. Let's sit shots here.
Ah, c'est éclaté, non? Moi aussi. Voilà, panne totale, trophée panne totale. Je crois que c'est mon coéquipier à BG.
On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Ouais, je réponds à l'appel, je suis trop chaud là.
And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch.
C'est clair.
I'm about
Non mais
done
c'est
putting
clair.
my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately.
Ah, c'est quoi ta voiture là? Attends. Ah mais non, mais on peut pas... Est-ce qu'on peut répondre quand même à l'appel? Non, 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 non. Non, 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 mon pote. Non, 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 non. Non,
Police
non, non,
emergency.
tu descends.
You
Allez,
can't
tu
do
descends.
this. I'm going to have to ask you to get out of the car now.
Allez, tu descends. Cadillac.
That's our
Bah
job.
ouais, bah ouais, bah ouais.
They don't get to dole out the
Ah ouais, en
justice.
plus je la défonce ta voiture, regarde. Ah, c'est de la merde, hein. Ouais, attends, moi j'ai... Ouais, j'ai merdé en plus. Ouh. Ouais, j'ai merdé sur la première réponse là, la première question, putain. Ah, je sais pas, écoute. Je me disais bien, c'était trop facile. Il y avait la bobine de McAfee qui était dans la pièce secrète, donc il est venu le gars. Ah bon, bref, c'est pas grave. C'est pas grave, hein. Je peux pas avoir 5 étoiles à chaque fois, hein. Écoute, hein, qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise, moi. Bon mec, on va prendre un de mes raccourcis spécial dédicace.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with
Mais
you, right?
non, mais t'inquiète, ça passe. Voilà, attention à la marche. Ah, ça me
What
dit
took
que...
you so long? They're getting away.
What happened here, sir?
They had guns. Dirty louses took everything and then booked. They went that way.
Ouais, ils t'ont pris
the
même tes
stairs
chaussures,
alongside
mec.
the track.
C'est quoi ça? Ah oui, il y a des insignes à trouver, putain. C'est vrai. Ah, tellement on a perdu de temps là. T'as trouvé mon gars ou pas? Eh, moi je comprends pas.
LAPD!
LAPD! Arrête-toi tout de suite! Ils courent ou ils vont me tirer dessus, c'est con?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Il est mort. Deux têtes là! Paf paf! Allez hop, c'est bon, moi je joue pas moi. Attends. Appelle une ambulance, il y a 2 morts.
Car 11K, shots fired. The suspect is down at 3rd and Hill. It's code 4 here, but I need an ambulance.
11K, roger on the ambulance. All units, the shooting at 3rd and Hill Street is code 4. Code 4.
7 sur 40. C'est qui a frappé à la porte là? J'ai entendu une porte frapper. Non? Allez viens, on va prendre notre voiture de cœur. Bon, on va où alors? Eh ben au décor de tambour de la jungle. Décor de tambour de la jungle. Ah, c'est le plateau, d'accord. Ah ouais, c'est... Ouais, d'accord. Ah oui, mais c'est la bobine qu'on a trouvée, ok, d'accord. Okay. Fameuse bobine. Ah, ce saut, à chaque fois je... Ah, mais la voiture qui fait chier à chaque fois, non. Toujours une voiture en bas, quoi.
Slow down!
Décor des tambours de la jungle. 17h30, pardon. Ça me dit quelque chose, non?
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it! Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps.
Ah, j'ai des cordes. Quoi? Il est où? J'ai débloqué un costume, c'est ça? Je peux pas lui tirer dessus. Faut le plaquer là, ce con.
We're trying to help you, Bishop.
This is all a big mistake.
Allez, allez, chope-le. Il est en train de te mettre une pâtée là.
It's us or McAfee's boys, your choice.
I didn't do anything.
Putain. Ouais, je savais que t'allais faire ça là. Pardon. Pas trop près parce que... Enculé, ouais, je savais, hein.
Bishop, that's enough.
That girl made it all up.
Il est où? Mais tire dessus là, vise-le là, braque-le.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
It's June Ballard. She's blackmailing me.
Ah la chute! Faut que je me bouge. Ah là là.
Mark Bishop, stop!
Enculé,
LAPD!
Mark Bishop, arrête-toi, LAPD!
We're trying to help you, Bishop.
This is all a big mistake.
Il m'attend, hein. Faut que je garde mon bas. Mon... Merde, je vais pas y arriver. Garde mon chapeau, hein.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything.
Ah, j'ai la dalle. Foiré.
Bishop, that's enough. Hands in the air, Bishop.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Ah, mon collègue il va se faire fumer.
Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down.
It's this way.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Ah, j'ai pas testé ça.
Kill them for God's sake! I don't want to die!
Oh!
LAPD, you're...
Oh!
Holy shit! Ah! That's McAfee's got? There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
C'est ça qu'il voulait faire,
Find some
non?
cover!
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Kill a cop. And it's the...
Ah là là, le bouton, le bouton.
You have to get me out of here.
Comment les autres? Oh oui, c'est beau ça. Si tu fais des... Oh, ah, tu fais quoi? Il y en a un qui est en haut.
For the love of God, how many are there?
Put the weapon down, now!
I don't want to die.
Ok, vous voulez jouer à ça? Toi t'es mort. Et bah voilà, trophée, le lot de costumes en sapin. Lot de costumes en sapin. Je sais pas si c'est... je crois que ça doit être pour les têtes, hein, mais je suis pas sûr. Et... Qu'est-ce qu'il... Tu es où, gars? Et qu'est-ce qu'il est où, là? Et il est passé où, ce con? Il est tombé ou quoi? Il a pris l'échelle? C'est là au moins?
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
This way!
Je comprends pas.
Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them quickly.
Une Gatling, c'est ça? Elle est où? J'avoue, je suis en train de me faire allumer. Ouh, bien joué. Ils sont tous morts.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
J'arrive pas à garder mon chapeau. Il est où le type? T'as perdu ton chapeau, mec.
All right, let's go now.
Comment ce flingue là? Ah. Alors encore un petit gars là.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
Shoot those sons of bitches.
Bishop, that's enough.
J'aide les collègues, moi. Voilà, c'est comme ça qu'il faut faire de toute façon.
Now this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin.
Voilà ce qui s'est passé là, il y a une image de... On dirait c'est flou comme sur la PS3. Hein. On aurait dit une image de la PS3 là. Derrière là. Regarde. C'est bizarre.
C'est
pas mieux là.
Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit? J'ai pas suivi en plus. C'est fini? On passe dans un autre service ou pas? Parce qu'il y en a marre hein, de la circulation. Ah, petite salope là.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
Il y a que 2 places, non?
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you then.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You realize what he
Oh,
did to me?
le...
Of course I do. You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from of the LAPD.
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
Je sais pas qui... Trophée. Pavé de bonnes intentions. Pavé de bonnes intentions. Question correcte, 13 sur 14, hein, les boules des gammes. 4 sur 4. Promu, brigade circulation, promu. Commissaire central division. Arrivez plus vite à l'appartement, vous aurez permis de rendre le monnaie de leurs pièces aux hommes de main de McAfee. La monnaie de leurs pièces. En allant plus vite, vous allez être affecté à une nouvelle division, d'accord. En allant plus vite à l'appartement. Quel appartement? Appartement. Ah ouais, d'accord. Ah, l'appartement des deux mecs, de la meuf, de Bishop là. On aurait chopé les mecs avant. Ah, mais on a eu l'appel direct, je me rappelle. Ok. Six mois plus tard. Ah ouais, je sais pas pourquoi on a été voir la star, hein, juste pour nous faire voir que c'était un bon gros connard le type là. Rouchant. Il faisait partie de la brigade des meurtres, mais on fait partie de quelle brigade maintenant? Criminel? Ça a l'air criminel, pas meurtre. Les meurtres, je crois que c'est pour les enfants. Hein. Je crois, je suis pas sûr. Je crois qu'elle est morte.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Terminez toutes les enquêtes de la division pour débloquer l'option. L'option les rues de LA. Cette option vous permet de patrouiller dans la ville et d'intervenir. Quoi? Merde, mais j'ai pas eu le temps de lire tout là. Mémo. Ouais, y'en a pas quoi, capitaine, blablabla. Requête de recel de crime. D'accord. Costume. On en a un nouveau. L'outsider. Ne craignez pas tout ce qu'on lit dans les journaux. Ne croyez pas tout ce qu'on dit sur les journaux. D'accord. Ils sont nuls tes costumes, mec. Ouais, ça va, je crois que c'était bleu.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Ah, mais il est parti où?
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Sans déconner. La super 600. On en a déjà trouvé 30.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is,
Je prends l'appel, je prends l'appel.
So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself.
Là, ça, je m'en doute.
See if you can learn something about seeing how a real
Je peux
cop.
pas lire, conduire, c'est pas possible.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion.
Ouais.
The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance.
Que
6
dalle.
months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic.
Bravo.
Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same.
Bravo.
But
Je crois que
cutting
je suis en train
someone
de
in
m'ennuyer
half
en
and
vrai.
leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I
Attendez.
said, most of the time.
Pause. Pause, pause, pause. Mais hop, 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 il s'est passé quoi là?
11K, go ahead.
Ah, désolé, hein, mais il fallait que je me mouche là et oula, je suis. Je crois que c'est à cause de la température. Saut de l'ange.
I'll do it! So help me God, I'll jump!
You need to get up there. Let me do the talking, detective. I know a ton of this psychology stuff. You take the back alley and find a way up there.
Come on, Phelps, let's get moving.
You jumping? Make sure you warn me before you do.
I will! Wait, what?
Eh mais il est trop bien, il est trop fort l'autre en psychologie.
I'll bring you down with me.
Oh le bâtard. Oh le bâtard, ce qu'il a dit Cole. Je crois que ce truc arrivera. Ah, il a supporté ton poids, mais quel bâtard. Et l'autre il a bien répondu, c'est bien. Ouais, de toute façon je suis devant toi, donc péter dans la gueule.
No offense, but I don't want you splashed on my shoes.
Are you crazy? What are you trying to do?
Il est mort papy là.
I remember my first jumper. Could have soaked him up with a sponge. I still
Oh là
can't
là,
eat
mais
spaghetti
il est...
sauce.
Il est vraiment pas doué l'autre
Shut
là.
up, all right? I know what you're trying to do.
Ah ouais.
This what you wanted?
I can't do it. I'll come quietly, I need some help. Please. You gotta get me some help.
Ah, chope-le, voilà, c'est bon. Allez hop.
You're a danger
Ouais.
to yourself and to others.
Il fait son petit salut au balcon, mais quel connard. Et il aime bien les... Il aime bien quand même les... 8 sur 40. Il aime bien les... tu vois, les genre... la foule l'acclame, je sais pas comment on dit ça. Je sais pas comment on dit. Je ferme ma gueule, c'est ça. Très bien, très bien. Ah, j'aimais bien la voiture rouge là. Ah, j'ai l'impression que je suis en train de m'enrhumer, mais c'est le changement de température là, c'est trop là. Là, moi, pour moi, il fait trop chaud. Enfin, c'est pas qu'il fait trop chaud là, mais là, j'étais bien à moins de 10 degrés, moi, dehors. Là, attends, il a fait 16 degrés cet après-midi là. J'aime pas le changement de température comme ça. Je rappelle qu'on est le 29 décembre. Hein. Il a fait 16 degrés hein, à Paris hein, cet après-midi. 2021, au cas où besoin de pour les archives. 29 décembre 2021, hein, 16 degrés à Paris. Hein. On est en hiver. Hein. Ah bah la voiture elle avance pas elle. Hein. Bah c'est... Si c'est par là... Oh là là. Non, on prend pas, on prendra pas. Non, 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 non.
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
What? J'ai la batterie de ma manette qui est trop faible. Oh là, oh là, oh là. Oh le bordel. Ouais, c'est à l'ouest là le truc là. Oh merde.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps. You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body. Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game. The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter? It doesn't appear to be connected. Doesn't tell me anything. Junk. What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
56 at this time.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note on a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, Locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Code 6.
Whoa there!
I think he's a bit of a gang.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Inquire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
This isn't what we're looking for.
You going to pay for that? On the house, officer.
That's the spirit. Pour me another.
My eggs were runny.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes, at around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Say, honey, what time do you get off?
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting table?
Where's that goddamn...
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks.
My eggs running.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
Slow and steady, come on! A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, at 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
10-4, the only 5 precinct unit that is still engaged with them.
Hey!
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, at 211 in progress.
What's the situation? Half a dozen shooters, sir. Cold-blooded sons of bitches. Real professionals.
What do you mean?
Witnesses say they bounced in, aced the guards, and went straight downstairs. Christ knows who they're working for, but whatever's in that vault, they want it bad.
You picked the wrong bank to rob, my friend.
Move it inside. We've got to clear out the bottom floor.
Come on, make a push for the building. Cover me.
Stay down. They've blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here. Don't give them a chance to regroup.
Wish me luck.
Bronx floor, police van. Buddies upstairs are dead.
That leaves you, pal.
Come on, Cole, what's taking so long? Oh.
Give it up, chump!
Just you and me. You can live to tell the tale. That's it. That's all of them. Car 11K. Shots fired, suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I need an ambulance at Bank of America. 7th and Olive. Notify coroner and detective headquarters.
Roger on your ambulance 11K. All units, code 4 on the 211 and Bank of America, code 4.
You on the...
Units in the vicinity.
Give me a break.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Calm down.
Hey!
Cole!
All units are frequency 2 standby. Code 6.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint. said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Not everything here is going to be relevant. This doesn't pertain to the case. Size 9s, above average for a lady.
Je suis mute depuis tout à l'heure en vrai. Ah putain, puis je m'en aperçois parce que j'allais faire atchou. Mais ça fait combien de temps que je suis mute là? Ah, c'est pour ça qu'il y a personne. J'ai dit aïe aïe aïe.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Non, pas depuis le début du jeu. C'est la magie de Noël. Attends.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Ah oui. Si tu dessoules quoi? Répète.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on.
Si tu dessoules, tu peux venir me retrouver à l'appartement 2.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
D'accord.
Not much help.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Attends, mais j'ai tout fait là. Je peux pas rentrer. Ah, j'ai pas fait la chambre là, non?
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
C'est ça la bague là? C'est ça la bague qu'elle s'est fait tirer?
Optimistic, Cole.
On a un fétiche avec les brosses. Ok. Ah, je crois qu'on a tout trouvé. Ah bon? C'est quoi ça?
Nope.
Nope. C'est quoi ça? C'est cheveux? C'est quoi ce truc? Pardon, le mur. Y'a rien derrière. Quoi ce bruit? Madame?
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Normal.
Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Y'a quoi dans ton coffre? On a déjà testé sa voiture ou pas? On peut pas la prendre, putain. Ok. Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs dans le jardin? Que dalle. Ouais, la meuf elle est choquée. Il y a un autre voisin ou pas? Tiens, pendant qu'on est là. Allez, toi là. T'as failli te faire pousser, toi. Allez hop. Ah, il y a une porte. Bon. On se casse alors. Ah, les bruits de fond là, c'est très bizarre. Appartement de Jacob en... par le mari délaissé par Jacques. Ah oui, c'est l'adresse qu'il a mis sur le frigo. Allez. Mais
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit lui? Faudrait pas plutôt un téléphone là que...
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night.
Non, on peut
He's
pas
looking
utiliser
more
le
and more
téléphone,
likely.
For my money, the rod keeps the house looking like that, she's probably
Attends, bouge pas mon gros. Oh putain, à chaque fois je me trompe de bouton pour courir là, c'est... Non. On a demandé une plaque d'immatriculation.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
J'ai pas compris. J'aurais peut-être pas dû prendre par là. Ok, nous on fait du tout-terrain, nous.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Mais on est là, t'inquiète. C'est quoi cet appartement là? Appartement de Jacob Henry. Midi 5. S'il a dit, lui. Pourquoi il a sorti son flingue? Ah, c'est moi qui ai sorti mon flingue. Ah bah oui.
Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh,
for
my God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Oh no no. I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Ça a rien à voir, ça.
Don't think this is anything. I doubt it.
D'accord.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber.
Ok, il lui dit des trucs de ouf.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Il est bien midi 5, hein. 6 maintenant. Merci pour l'offre. Je sais pas. Merci de votre offre. Je voudrais...
The oldest problem there is. What to do about the old lady.
De sa bourgeoise. Je voudrais que vous vous occupiez de ma femme. D'accord. Pas de baseball.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Ah bah, oh, il a fait sa valise, dis donc. 41.
Size 11s.
Ah non. Ah, on a déjà tout trouvé. D'accord. D'accord. Ouais, le temps s'écoule. Hein. Bon, mon petit bonhomme. Déplacement de la victime.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Ok, alors lui, clairement il ment, mais ouais, je pense que c'est.
We know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Dernier contact avec la victime.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Oui, bah,
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Oh, je suis mytho. Mais on a vu, on a gribouillé pour ça.
I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Bien sûr. Bien sûr, sinon je te dirais pas ça. Menace de mort, ouais, c'est ça.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Ouh. Mais tape-le!
Let's just...
Mais pourquoi?
What's this bunkum?
Mais j'arrive pas à le taper. Incroyable. J'arrive à rien faire. J'arrive à rien faire. Attends. Est-ce que... Attends, je vais juste éteindre ma manette 2 secondes. Parce que c'est vrai qu'elle a plus de jus. Je la rallume, je la charge. Là, j'ai pas compris, hein, parce que c'est bien rond et...
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
Je sais plus les touches, attends, fais voir. Sur commande. Merde. Les touches, les touches, s'il vous plaît.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
De toute façon, j'ai essayé toutes les touches. Ah, mais c'est pas vrai, mais...
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
Ah, c'est pas... Y'a
Doesn't
pas...
look good for you, Jacob.
Faut le viser ou je m'en rappelle plus, mais... J'arrive à rien faire. Ah, ça y est.
Rational.
Ouais, non, j'arrive à parer. À esquive, je veux dire. J'arrive à esquive. Ah, voilà. Ah, c'est putain, mais... Attends, moi, je veux recommencer. Ah non, mais non, je voulais recommencer. Oh là là. Je voulais recommencer pour avoir mon chapeau.
Check for messages. Keep old Slugger here company.
Défonce-lui bien la gueule. Non, fais attention à toi.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle?
Ouais, parce
License
que ouais.
was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Oh merde. Est-ce que ça a sauvegardé ou pas? On va aller au commissariat, si ça sauvegarde, on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui.
Carruthers said she took a real
Ça
pounding.
sauvegarde.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 and shots fired. 410
No, no,
South
no, no,
Flower
no.
Street. Units that can handle code 3, identify.
C'est vrai qu'il a déjà plu dans le jeu là. Allez, une petite sauvegarde là. On finit là. On y est presque. Bon, on va peut-être finir la mission.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment call, Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Ouais, chaud. Allez, vas-y, on va le finir. Mais normalement, c'est Mendez là. Menendez.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Aïe, aïe, aïe. Attendez.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic.
Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You were at home in bed while your wife was
Oh la
putting out to
la.
some stranger? What kind of man are you, Jacob, that you allow that?
You son of a bitch. You got no right talking about my wife like that.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
What?
You're lying, Jacob.
Attends, j'ai des
It was
preuves,
falling
là.
apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
Non, 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 il y en a le... Problèmes conjugaux, là. On a eu la
Jenny
voisine.
Morgan says
Eh oui.
you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
Pas le bâtard.
I hit her. All right? I'm not
Oh,
proud of it, but she was coming at me with a
enculé.
frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that.
C'est quoi cette
In
tache
that case,
orange là
I think you
dans
should
la
be talking to
main?
Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective
le
work,
stylo?
lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do
La
for you,
gomme?
Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
On va se le faire, ce petit con. On aurait dû aller chercher Mendez en premier, en fait. Avant d'aller au commissariat, l'interroger l'autre, là, Jacob. On aurait pu s'éviter un interrogatoire avec Jacob, peut-être. Ah, mon capitaine, il va être fier de moi, t'inquiète. Mais c'est le même capitaine que quand j'étais...
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who
que
moonlights
de
as the
normal, là,
werewolf?
de la rue.
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
parti, mec.
Mendez,
Mendez, appartement 16. Merci, je sais bien. Je connais les chiffres. Quatrième.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Y'a pas d'ascenseur, mec. Il a pris l'ascenseur l'autre ou quoi là? Ouais, je l'entends monter. Appartement éclairé.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
D'accord.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Ça pour faire des conneries, il n'y a pas de problème. Ok, mais c'est la même clé, c'est bizarre, non? Des œufs.
Maybe.
Bizarre. La farine? Incroyable.
Circumstantial.
C'est quoi ça? Sunset?
Incidental.
Oui, bah c'est...
Not sure this means much.
Culligan bar, pardon. Ah, on peut pas rentrer là. Ah bah y a comme un flingue là.
No good to me.
Qu'est-ce que c'est normal, on s'en bat les couilles quoi. Ah bah oui, bah tout est là.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
C'est un peu bizarre quand même, tout est là comme ça dans un carton là.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there!
Stop one there! Mais braque-le, mais braque-le!
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Ah ouais, il est trop chaud.
Get in and drive.
Merci de pas attendre. Shoot-moi ça là. Oh l'enculé, comment il a foutu ton gardien. Ah merde, je croyais que ça allait. Oh là là la merde. Je croyais que c'était un petit truc qui allait éclater et tout. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow, wow. Attends-moi, mec. Pourquoi tu t'enfuis comme ça? Non, ta voiture, je confirme, elle avance pas. Hein. Est-ce que tu peux lui tirer dessus, s'il te plaît?
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Oh, il est trop de chatte. Est-ce que tu peux lui tirer dessus, s'il te plaît?
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Encore? Ouais, y a plus rien sur la gueule, ça. Voilà, quitte-moi ça, là. Voilà. Putain. Oh, il a fait un massacre.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Ouais, sors de la voiture, dépêche-toi, gamin.
Give it up, LAPD.
Ouais, il est content de nous, le capitaine, ou pas? Il s'en bat les couilles. Ah non, pardon. Je crois que c'était une nouvelle affaire qui commençait.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Non, pas de verre pour toi, bon frère. T'as pas le droit de boire, toi. C'est pour les grands, c'est une boisson de grands. Indice trouvé 18 sur 19. Question correcte 9 sur 10, ouais. 3 étoiles. Libre, Jacob Henry peut à présent faire le deuil de sa femme, tandis que Mendez attend la visite du procureur en cellule. Ouais, mais en vrai, on aurait peut-être dû choper Mendez, pas Mendez, mais... On va s'arrêter là pour ce soir. On va pas laisser la... C'est pas la peine. Je pense qu'on va on la reverra. Je vous souhaite une bonne soirée sur la chaîne du Gang Guerrier.